Hi, I'm Fallon Pitts, and welcome to MBA Now. Today's guest is Marina Walsh, MBA's Vice President of Industry Analysis, who is here to discuss our latest data and our upcoming research showcase. Marina, thanks for joining us today.
Fallon, it's great to be here.
Thanks. So let's get started. So for my first question is that I know we recently released our mortgage performance data for the first quarter of 2025. Do you mind sharing a recap of those results?
Sure. On a good note, about 6 in 10 lenders are managing to eke out a profit. So they are profitable if you look at production and servicing operations combined. At the same time, the first quarter, barring any type of refinancing boom, is usually a slower quarter. And so, just about break even in terms of net production profits, breaking even, but very different results between groups. Smaller lenders are having a tougher time, I think, as well as those with lower loan balances, and those in different production channels. We're seeing some interesting results based on various peer groups.
Okay, very interesting with that. And so leading off from that question, do you mind sharing your expectation for the industry as we go into the second half of 2025?
Sure. Now, in terms of volume, we're expecting improvement over 23 and 24 for sure, 16%. And so we should hit that $2 trillion mark for the industry as a whole. That's all good news. It will stay a purchase market, probably about a third refinancings. We've boosted up our refinance forecast just a bit, but still a purchase market. We're entering our spring home buying season. We're in our spring home buying season. And so we expect things to improve, particularly in the second half of the year.
Gotcha. So for my next question, it's a two-part question. So switching gears to the servicing side of the business, what are you seeing? And then also, too, I know we recently released our National Delinquency Survey results for the first quarter. So do you mind going through those results as well? And also, what are you seeing on the servicing side?
Well, Fallon, what I would start by saying is servicing has definitely helped in the past few years in terms of staying profitability. For those that have servicing, it's definitely been a boon in terms of just fee income coming in because of higher loan balances. Cost of service has been relatively contained because of low delinquencies. So things have been okay on the servicing side. That said, in terms of the National Delinquency Survey, we do see year over year increases in mortgage delinquencies. We're really paying attention to FHA and VA loans. So our government loans, we've got to pay attention to because the differential in the delinquency rate between conventional and FHA and VA, that's sort of spreading out a bit. So we are paying attention to that. The economy could be slowing a bit. There's a lot of volatility in the markets right now. Borrower sentiment is, there's a little bit of skittishness there. And we are seeing delinquencies in some other forms of credit. So right now, things are okay, still below historical averages, but anticipation is with the unemployment going up, that delinquencies will go up a bit, but nothing like the Great Recession.
Right, of course. And so sounds like we're on the lookout for a lot of things happening for the rest of the year. And so for my final question, I know we have our MBA research, single family research showcase coming up on June 24th. So can you give an overview of the program?
Oh, Fallon, it's 5 hours of fun. It's 5 straight hours. Folks have the opportunity to meet our entire single-family research and economics team, which is very rare because we spread out for our conferences, and you may meet a few of us or several of us, but not the whole team. So it's a great opportunity to meet the folks who are doing the data day in and day out, getting the data together. doing our forecasts. So we'll cover all of our studies. We'll definitely cover our forecasts, our benchmarking studies, our weekly application survey, delinquency surveys, and then some of our smaller surveys that folks may not even be aware that we produce.
Right.
So we're very excited.
So it sounds like a very exciting program, and I know I'm looking forward to it. Marina, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Fallon.
And to register for MBA's Research Showcase, go to mba.org/research showcase.